Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life, and I am very happy that you are here with me today. We are going to be using this kawaii kit, which I think is called French Cafe. Yes, from Sweet Kawaii Design. Unfortunately, you can't get this one. The kawaii kits are exclusive, but if you love this, sometimes Tasia in like a year or more will bring back like a mini version of this and do like just a regular kit. So fear not, if you have missed this, you may see it again in the future. But for right now, I was just feeling some extra springy vibes and wanted to bring some life back into my planner. Last week, I took the week off, as you probably know if you saw my last video. I was just hanging out and planning a vacation and celebrating my husband's birthday. It was wonderful. My weekly pages, I will flip back and show you, but I just slapped some jumbo stickers on there. I was not having to-do lists. Even on my daily pages, I had done lists. So at the end of this, I will flip through all of the pages from last week so you can see how it turned out. But it was such a good, like, break. I really, really needed just a break. It's not like I needed a physical break, which is usually my MO, like I got sick or something. I just needed a mental break. I needed not to stress out about anything. I did my strength training, I went for a walk, like I did things that improved my mental health and my physical health, and then everything else went by the wayside. I don't know what I cleaned last week, not much. I don't know, it just sort of, I just flew by the seat of my pants. I don't usually like to do that because if I do that for too long, it increases my anxiety. But it was lovely and needed. And this week, I felt like using the date covers with the date dots. I don't always do that because, as you'll be able to see in June, this Hobonichi Cousin, even though it's just 6 months, I use so many stickers, it gets chunky. It is like super duper chunky by the end of 6 months. So anytime I can I don't feel like I need the date dots, I just write it in because that saves me some bulk. And I had to flip back a few weeks to see how I was doing things. Unfortunately, I only have 6 of the scalloped half boxes left, and I really wanted to not use the macaron because I'm doing the weather and it's just not going to fit great in the macaron, but that's what I have, so that's what we're going to use. And my gout is extremely painful these days, so I'm going to lay down a bunch of stickers, not perfectly, and I apologize that I'm going to be picking up stickers, but you'll be able to see that if you just slowly pick them up, even on Tomoe River paper, the Sweet Kawaii Design stuff comes up beautifully. Lovely. That's a whole different other papers I've been having lots of trouble with, but I always love the Tomoe River paper. I know some people hate it, but for me, it is lovely perfection. So because this is leftovers and I don't have everything that I need, I think my color blocking gets a little bit off, but actually not too bad. So it's probably going to bother some of you because like the one macaron sticker, there's going to be one day that has a checklist that's off, and I apologize. I really hope that it doesn't hurt your brain, and I'm sorry, but my brain doesn't care that much. If I would have known that it was just going to be one sticker here and there, I wouldn't have color blocked. I would have mixed everything up, but by the time I figured that out, I was just like, yeah, I don't have any more anything to give about this, so we're just gonna go with it. And I try and lay these down as straight as possible, but again, we're gouty, and I did get some blood work done recently, and we are on the getting rid of the gout train. So hopefully by the end of the year is what I'm giving myself. I will be less painful. Even when I've been doing strength training, which has been going really well. But I just holding the kettlebell is so painful in my left hand that it's just like when we're at the end of it's a month cycle, and so it gets harder as you get to the end of the month. And when we're doing 10 reps, 10 sets of reps, it's like, oh, by the last one, my hand is just done with all of my shenanigans. So, you know, I love the little flower shops next to the little bakery cafe. It reminds me of a Parisian street. And I love Paris, and it's so beautiful. Oh, I love this kit. I really do hope that it comes back in a smaller uh, form next year because it's just perfection. I love it so much. So this is where I'm apologize. Somebody's brain is going to be like, oh, I can't handle it, and I apologize. But this is what I got, and I didn't want to go searching through my leftovers because that would take a long time, and it's just one day that's messed up. So I apologize to anyone out there that is hurting their brains, but Saturday and Sunday is going to be a little wonky because of the half boxes and the checklists. But other than that, so I have a bunch of stuff to get done this week. I have some appointments. I have therapy. I have an orthodontist appointment, and I really need to get caught up on cleaning. And there's a few things that I want to get done. I don't actually need to get done because the trip that we planned last week for my birthday is going to be in the fall. Even though my birthday is in the summer, we are not summer people. When summer comes around, we like hibernate. So once the fall comes around, we start leaving our little dungeony caves and go out into the sunlight once again. But we're not travel in the summer type people. So I have plenty of time, but I would like to get my passport renewed, and that's one of the things that I want to do right away so that I don't have to worry about it and it happens. And there's plenty of months for it to get back to me. I'm getting conflicting information about the Real ID, and Washington State by default is not a Real ID state. You have to do extra hoops, and I didn't because I had a passport, but now my passport's expired, and some places on the internet say you have to have your Real ID now, and some places are saying next year. And I'm sure because of COVID, the date got changed a whole bunch of times. But just to be safe, I'm also an American born abroad. Both of my parents are American, but I was born in Bolivia. So I'm always a little freaked out by not having a passport and being like, no, look, I really am a citizen, because I don't have I don't know. It's only come up a couple of times, and it's usually when I'm filling out paperwork. So it's not a big deal, but there's this little part of me that's always like, you have to have a valid passport, and you have to, when I'm traveling, even if it's not international, I want to be like, no, really, I know I was born elsewhere, but I'm supposed to be here. And I don't know why that is, because I really haven't had any sort of problems, even traveling internationally. It's not been a big deal, but for some reason my little anxiety brain makes it a big deal. So I want to get that for sure, plus all of my appointments. Plus we need to get back on the cleaning train, and it's April, so I'm going to start getting my steps. I don't have a huge step goal. It's just 4,000 steps a day because I'm very inactive. Spend a lot of time on my computer all day. So I'm going to start at 4,000, and then in May, I will up it by either 500 or 1,000. So it depends on how April goes. If April is like a slog to get 4,000, in May, I'll up it to 4,500. If it was like, yeah, that was pretty easy, then in May, I'll up it to 5,000. So that's how it's kind of go. Because I want to be, by the end of the year, I want to be at 8,000, because from the research I've done, that's just a great place to be. So here it is, sort of before the week starts, with a little bit of chaos. I did my budget on Sunday, so I checked that off, but I just got my lists and my daily lists, and this is what last week looked like, and I'm perfectly happy with it. So I thought I'd show you the week before. This is a kit from Coco and Fluff, and I love it. And then let's look at some daily pages. Of course, I pulled out the marker, so I now have to flip. I'm sorry. I swear I put the marker there so I didn't have to flip. So yes, last week, as you can see, I just have done lists. I just listed the things that made me happy, that were bringing me joy, and the things that I did, which isn't a lot, let me tell you. But I did a lot of planning. It started with, hey, we should do this trip for my birthday. And then by the end of the week, everything was booked. So it was a lot of dreaming about a trip and planning and researching and getting some blood work with good news for once. So it was really a lovely week. I didn't do anything for Easter, But my planner, super festive. So this is mostly sweet kawaii design with all the big stickers, and we booked our flights, we booked hotels, so I'm all set for the fall. Gonna have a spooky good time. And this is Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Again, I didn't do anything for Easter, but my planner, right on top of it. So that's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe because we're getting really close to 500. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.